Super Draco here, and welcome to Why, the show where I don't always have an answer to that question. Today we're continuing the Lego bonsai tree, and to start with, we have a choice. We could build a standard green bonsai or a Sakura bonsai. And after weighing the options, I decided to go with the Sakura bonsai for no other reason than the fact that all of those little paint pieces are Lego frogs. The instructions actually list this set has the most Lego frogs of any Lego official Lego kit or set, whatever you want to call it. And the fact that they're using frogs for the Sakura blossoms, I don't know why, but that amuses me way more than it should. As the instructions say, this kit includes somewhere around 130 frogs. Now, I'm going to go off script a little bit and say that at the end you're left with extra parts. And they're meant for you to customize the tree however you want. So if you want a much more grown out tree or a more zen, I guess, trim tree, you can do either or. Or if you get tired of it being Sakura, you can just build the green, or the green branches, because they just plug in the exact same way these branches do. So you mix and match, do whatever you want. I mean, it's Lego. So this is really cool. So while that's going on, you know, I haven't done this in a while, so it's February, and after my unintended break, let's look at our channel, my channel analytics. 56 subscribers. We do the next Dragon's Den raid at 100 subs. So we're well on our way there. See, top videos are the preview for the Lego Bonsai, the part 1 preview for the Bonsai, and the actual video for the Bonsai. So, coming down to the subscribers. The newest subscribers are listed as, let's go. Are listed as Kyle Meinke or Meineke. I probably am butchering that pronunciation, and I'm going to apologize. And Vicious Donovan. I may have already shouted you out, but either way, I'm doing it again. Because you're the newest subs listed on my analytics. And just for fun, let's play around with the analytics, because sometimes I find this fascinating. So let's have a look-see. Audience. 1 returning viewer, 185 unique viewers, plus 1 sub. The videos growing my audience appear to be mainly Bismarck. No surprise, since that's the bread and butter. Top geographies, the United States. And 99.5% of my audience doesn't subscribe, but that's okay. If I ever get to where we can monetize, all that means is I'm gonna fold all that money into new content for the channel. But nothing's gonna change. The only way things would change is if miracles happen and I somehow got popular, and I don't see that happening. Because this is a niche corner of YouTube, and the big players are way better at it than I am, but that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying myself, and I hope you're enjoying the content. Because like I said, I'm doing this because it's fun. If it ever gets not fun, then we'll have a different talk. So, looking at my content, Victory Saber is live. Not a lot of views for it, but that's okay. It's new content. We'll see how things go. Maybe because it's a big HasLab and a bunch of other guys have already reviewed it, maybe that's why there's not a lot of interest. However, looking around my shelves, I do have a lot of unusuals. Well, let's just say my collection's eclectic. So we'll see how that future content goes. Beyond that, something I talked about when I was building the BattleBots, the Vex BattleBots kits, because BattleBots is back on the air. It's been fun to watch. I mean, they've changed the rules drastically to eliminate some of the controversies. So we'll see how it goes. So far, it's been highly entertaining, highly destructive. There have only been a few dud fights so far. As I want to see the last round of the qualifiers before I start picking my favorites, but right now it just looks like you're the same field. Your bots to watch are Endgame, Witch Doctor, Hydra. Basically most of the field from last year, although Tantrum had a pretty bad start coming in as the incoming champion. But as the incumbent champion, there's a target on their back. Everyone who puts a nick in their armor, it makes them look better, so kind of expect that. Some of the new bots have been fascinating, and I'm especially intrigued because they got that robot that's built like Huge. I think it's Stargazer. I'm excited to see him and Huge face off. I would say it's going to be a big fight, but that sounds like a pun. See, shifting gears. Bandai announced they're doing a Zeta Gundam version Katoki. I'll be getting that. I love the Zeta's design. I just like Hajime Katoki's mecha design in general. There's a few exceptions that I think are inferior to the original, but most of the time his redesigns are quite good. I think the only exception to that, in my opinion, was his redesign of the Gundam Ultron. Because the Ultron custom that they call the Gundam Nataku, the green color scheme was good. I like the color scheme, but he took off the wings, the tail-like beam cannon, and he changed the dragon. Are they dragon hangs or dragon fangs? I always get that messed up. But he changed them, and in my opinion, while they make sense in a military structure, they just lose some of that coolness and intimidation factor they originally had. But I guess that's kind of the point, because he designed it to be more military and less super robot-esque. Let me think. What else have I seen that caught my attention? Way behind on collecting Transformers, but that's because have to be much more careful about my purchases. But when I get my income tax, my wallet strings will loosen up, and I'll try to acquire some of the ones that I have had to hold off on. I haven't been able to find a tall geese to finish my custom Mercurius, and that's driving me crazy. Because my V8 turned out excellent, but I want to do a video with the two of them. I don't want to just crank out one video and say, here's V8, because the differences in the weapon aside, they're exactly the same. I'm trying to think what other news and interesting things I've seen. I'm trying to stay away from political topics and other hotbeds because, well, this is meant to be a fun channel. I'm doing this I do this because I enjoy it, and talking about politics has gotten to be one of them things that ruins friendships. I actually have an idea for my next random Transformer review. I might do Soundwave, Siege slash Netflix Soundwave and his various minions. That could be a fun video. And it's just far enough that I think it'll stand out from the current waves of stuff. And I'm a little sad some of my writing got obliterated when my hard drive died, but I managed to recover most of it. Because I talked at one point about doing a fan fiction and posting some of it. I forgot about it. Like I said, I just lost a bunch of it. So we'll see how that goes. But we're at the 12-minute mark. I'm getting a little hoarse. I think I'm still having some long-term side effects from COVID that I can't talk as long as I used to. I've been sweating a lot more lately, and and it's weird because I'm just pouring it by the buckets, and I don't know if it's a COVID thing or if I'm just fat. Which, that's a joke. I was already fat. My weight's actually gone down since I had COVID. Anyhow, I think this is where I'm going to take 5 and just let the music carry us to the end of the build. Thanks for watching. Let's see. I think this finishes up the bonsai tree. And if it does, I guess the next thing to do is we'll just be going full Bismarck for a while. Either way, thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with my hard drive dying and killing my content. And see you for the next video.